Hi Hank, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. And how long have what age do you start smoking?
Oh, I was probably about 14.
Oh, okay.
I'm 46 now, so
Okay.
it's been a minute.
Okay. Um, what kind of cigarettes do you prefer?
Camel filters.
Camel filters.
When I first started smoking, um, as a kid, I generally started smoking Camel Wides.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, when I didn't have money, I smoked wherever it was cheap and I could find. Usually, what was it? It was a cigarette called Pyramids.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even sure where they're from, but
We still have them.
they were cheap.
Were your parents smokers, or did it run in the family?
Yeah. Both my parents were smokers.
Okay.
My grandparents were smokers for a long time. In fact, one of the reasons why I kind of started smoking was my mom. She would be like, "Oh, light me a cigarette." Yeah.
Even when you were a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then it kind of evolved from there. I was smoking like 2 or 3 cigarettes a day.
Oh, wow.
Then it progressed.
Wow. And you said you go through how many cigarettes a day approximately?
On an average day, about 14 cigarettes.
Okay,
A
almost.
little over half a pack
Half a pack.
on an average day.
Uh-huh.
Another days, I'll go through almost a whole pack.
How much does a pack usually cost?
These ones run a little over $10 a pack now.
Okay.
Which is significantly higher than when I first started smoking.
Yeah.
When I first started smoking, cigarettes were less than $1 a pack. I could take $20 and buy an entire carton of cigarettes.
Uh-huh.
Whereas now they're 5 times that.
How many packs in a carton?
10.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And you frequently take smoke breaks at work as well?
Yeah, about
Okay.
every 2.5 hours or so.
Okay. Is there like certain triggers that make you want to smoke, or stress, or it's just kind of like a normal?
Yeah. Sometimes in a stressful situation, I'll want to smoke. Or some triggers are like after a meal, for instance.
Oh yeah.
A good meal, come outside, have a smoke. Kind of takes the edge off.
I'm like that with soda. I think just
Yeah.
heavy meals, like
Yeah,
nice soda. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of learned behaviors when you're smoking. Like for instance, after eating, it's satisfying to have a smoke. But if you kind of like remove those triggers, like if you don't smoke after you eat, it kind of starts disassociating the two.
Association. Yeah.
Yeah, which
Definitely.
I'm not quite there. I've been trying to quit for a long time, and it ain't gonna happen.
How long have you gone and tried to quit cold turkey? What's the longest you think?
About 2 days
Okay.
before I wanted to rip someone's head off. It was, the addiction is really super powerful.
What kind of withdrawals if you don't get a cigarette?
It's mostly irritation, not being able to, sleep properly. It's stuff like that. General withdrawal stuff. It's not as bad as like heroin withdrawal or alcohol withdrawal or those kinds of symptoms, but it can be as intense as far as an emotional toll.
Okay. Wow. I see. So it adds up financially, but you've just been doing it for so many years. Okay.
Yeah, it adds up. It's several $1,000s a year that honestly I could spend on something else.
Yeah.
A lot of my old bosses used to tell me, it's like, yeah, if you took that money that you're used to smoking, you could have a house by now. I'm like, true.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah. And like each cigarette costs like what, 2 minutes of your life, and the smoking through the hole in your. Does that any of that deter you at all? Like.
Yes and no. Smoking, from all the studies and even stuff that I've seen, it's one of those things that you can do for a really, really long time, and it doesn't really take a health toll until like the very
end
of it all. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
So it just slowly builds up.
Okay,
You know, the
gradually.
toxins in your body. And
Yeah.
all that good
Okay.
stuff. And then the older you get, the harder it is for your body to fight the changes that are, you know, that
Okay.
are happening to you. You know, because this
Mhm.
can cause mutations. You know, which is
Mhm.
cancer
Yeah.
essentially. But then again, you get cancer from just about anything nowadays.
Mhm. That's true. Heart attack, stroke, all that.
Yeah, it all adds up. So why not? You know?
Yeah. how's your health wise now?
Health-wise, well, I can't say that I've always been like super healthy person,
Uh-huh.
but I'm doing all right. You know,
Okay.
as far as being a 46-year-old man, I'm in
Right.
relatively good shape.
Mhm.
I won't say that I'm perfect health.
No, none of us are.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have any other? Does it combine with other like pot or alcohol use or just cigarettes? Is kind of just by itself, if you don't mind me
Yeah.
asking.
I mean, if I do smoke weed, and I'll have a drink occasionally. If I'm drinking, yeah, after a beer, I'll have a smoke. You know, it's the same kind of thing as like after a meal. You know, it's just kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
It gets some nicotine in your body, and
Yeah.
you know, things kind of mellow out.
Yeah.
When I smoke weed, yeah.
If you can go back to when you were younger, would you change at all, or just it is what it is?
I think I would definitely not smoke, or at least I'd try to curb the habit earlier on in my life.
Uh-huh.
Just because it's expensive, it's dirty. Particularly now, you can't smoke hardly anywhere.
Mhm. Okay.
Not in public places.
Okay.
Hell, it's even becoming hard to smoke in private. I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
You don't even smoke inside often, right? Just mostly out here.
Yeah, well, I don't smoke inside my apartment at all.
Yeah.
Because, well, quite frankly, weed smoke and cigarette smoke are very, very different.
Okay.
The tar and stuff in a cigarette is worse than the tar you get from marijuana, even though there's 20 times more tar and substance in the marijuana. The stuff in this will cling to your walls and turn them dingy and yellow and nasty,
Okay.
whereas weed smoke doesn't,
Okay.
which is weird to think about.
Okay. It affects your dental, oral health as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. But
My oral health has always been bad, but that's
yeah.
neither here nor there, you know.
Yeah.
It affects your taste, your sense of smell.
Oh, really? Okay. All the taste buds, everything.
Yeah, everything.
Oh,
But
wow.
fortunately for myself, I've always, you know.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's see here. You want any last words for the viewers? What would you tell them about smoking and tobacco use?
I would say if you can avoid being a smoker, you know, don't smoke. It's a waste of money.
Yeah.
It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time, and eventually, yeah, there's going to be significant health risk.
Yeah.
For some people, of course, it's more than others. I mean, particularly if you have a risk of cancer in your family.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's one of the hardest addictions to kick, isn't it? Like compared to like drugs and alcohol and whatnot.
It's up there with heroin and alcohol.
Okay.
You know,
They purposely designed it
as
like
far
that.
as being able to kick the habit, because the need is there. You know, the chemical dependency is really, really hard to kick. You know, particularly when it.
Once it's in your bloodstream, it's hard to get
once
it.
it's in the brain and your brain needs it, you know, it's
man.
really hard to kick, and that's a sad thing, a sad truth about almost any drug, be it, you know, nicotine, caffeine, heroin, any old, all that stuff. It's hard to kick once your body gets accustomed to it.
I'm probably like that with caffeine, just my tea and all that, and yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, caffeine is one of those drugs that kind of evolved with us.
Yeah.
So over the years, of course, we've gotten better
Yeah.
at, cultivating plants.
That's
But
true.
yeah, it's one of those long-term addictive chemicals that humans we're almost dependent upon now, as far as like caffeine.
Yeah. In our culture, society.
The way our cultures are.
Yeah.
And that's worldwide.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. Any last words you want to tell the viewers, Hank?
Well, the only thing I can say is be strong, be healthy, and vote.